Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna tell you about how to use the Exceptionless to log your error reports to Exceptionless. So today I'm going to demonstrate the example and ASP.NET 6.0 Web API. I'm using Visual Studio 22 for this. So the nugget you have to install for Exceptionless is the Exceptionless 4.0. I have installed Exceptionless 4.6.2. It is the current latest version. So whatever the latest stable version you have found in your project, you can use that. So how we can so before implementing this, we have to register the Exceptionless in a startup file or program file, so we can access the Exceptionless client globally all over the project. So to use this, we have to call the Exceptionless client.default.startup, and here is our secret key. It is the secret key which you can find in your Exceptionless while configuring the Exceptionless client or while creating a new project on Exceptionless. So to use the how you can use the exception to log the exception to Exceptionless is you have to write for example, the exception dot to Exceptionless dot submit. To Exceptionless, it will log to the Exceptionless, and submit will submit your response. So these are the few things which you have to do in your project for Exceptionless. So let's jump to the coding part. So here is our code. Let's install the nugget for the Exceptionless. So right click on your solution explorer, go to manage nugget package, here search for Exceptionless. So the first one is the package which you have to install in your application. So I have already installed in my project. So let's move to the injecting the dependency for Exceptionless. So here I already added the code which we have to configure in our services, the Exceptionless client and startup, and here is your default. Here is your key which you can get from your Exceptionless server. Here we have one action method with post request. So let's do it here to log the exception. Wherever you are in your project, if you found the suspicion that this method is suspicious and it can cause issue to your project, so there you can use the Exceptionless client and log your error reports to the Exceptionless server. So here I'm throwing one exception explicitly in my project just to test whether it is working fine or not. So it will throw the exception, and the catch block will catch that exception, and here we write a logic exception to Exceptionless dot submit. So also throw the exception from here, so our API display the response. Let's run this. This worker is ready. So let's run the post action method. let's try this. The email is necessary, so I'm using for testing purpose. So let's execute. So value cannot be null, and it is throwing the exception. Let's continue this, and whatever the message we get here, it will log to the exceptionless server as well. If you want to check that, so open your exceptionless server by using your credential, and go to all, select the events, and here you can see the exception is logged. The last exception we logged is 2 minutes ago, and it is argument dot null exception. And it will log the report, the error report here, so you can easily identify the error and fix the problem in your project. If you found this video helpful, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.